Back with Bryan Hayes and Marc Methot. Guys, who would have seen this coming? The Vegas Golden Knights had major injury problems. They've been barely a top 20 team since January the 1st. Now, with the playoffs set to begin, they're fully healthy with the return of Mark Stone and Tomas Hertl being added to the mix. Marc, should the Oilers fear a matchup with Vegas in the opening round?
Gino, this is arguably the last team I'd want to face in the first round. I love the Oilers. I love the makeup of the team. I want to see what Connor McDavid could do in a long run. I think everybody can agree with that. But I have concerns. Number one being player depth. When I look at the Vegas lineup, coupled with the way they've been heating up as of late, 6-3-1 in their last 10, they just beat the Colorado Avalanche, and all their players returning to full health, as you just mentioned, that makes a real tough matchup for Edmonton. They're much deeper up front and down the middle. And despite being a big fan of what Ken Holland did with the D-core, adding some much-needed size and grit, if you will, with the back end, I still give the edge to Vegas. They're experienced, they're well-balanced, they complement each other very well. So don't get me wrong here. Edmonton can absolutely pull this off. It was a really close series last year where Vegas ultimately won in 7 games, but the Oilers held their own. So for me, it's very simple. Having been there, playing in the playoffs, we all know anything can happen. But ultimately, I really believe this. Having a strong veteran group is the difference maker. They handle stress better. They don't rattle as easy. They make better decisions with the puck. And I think for me, ultimately, when you're looking at the group and overall right now in this situation, I think that's what makes the Vegas Golden Knights that much more dangerous.
Respect them, yes. Fear them, absolutely not. If they do fear them, they're toast. I think they're already done. You cannot be in a position where you're going to the playoffs. You know this, Meth. You're afraid of who you're going to play. Obviously, ideally, you'd rather play L.A. You'd rather avoid Vegas. I think we can speak for everyone in Edmonton, and they're not going to say that publicly.
They can't say it publicly.
Of course not, but they prefer to play L.A. You'd like to avoid Vegas. But Edmonton has a lot of reasons to puff their chest out. The last 4 months, they've been arguably the best team in the league. They
Number one in the league since the coaching change.
So even better. There you go. I said one of. You just nailed it, Gino.
In the league.
Number one team in the league since the coaching change. They have home ice, they're healthy, and they're hungry. All right, Vegas, I'm sure they have a taste of that cup now, and they'd probably like to get back there if they can. But maybe they're bloated. They haven't been that consistent all year, right? They're still trying to work new pieces into the lineup here, where Edmonton is at home, they're healthy, and they're hungry. I think they can beat Vegas. I think if they have that mentality, they will beat Vegas. And if you want to beat the champ, or if you want to be the champs, you got to beat the champs, Gino. So bring it on if you're Edmonton.
Hungry but not bloated, just to be clear.
Bloated works.
Bloated works as well?
I think bloated lands.
As for what FanDuel thinks, the Oilers currently have the 5th best odds to win the Cup at plus 850. The Golden Knights have the 7th best odds at plus 1100.